What we need to know about trademarks in Ghana.
It's a symbol that distinguishes your business from another person's business. You know, people buy things for brands. I like issue, but if it's not Nike, I may not buy it. That's what makes your business stand out and helps retain your customers. Registration of a trademark doesn't give you validity. To get the protection under the law, not just even in Ghana, you can register a trademark and have protection even in other countries.
Oh, nice.
That's why you actually want to have it registered. So it's like 240.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there a difference between trademarks and copyrights?
I've seen several instances where people have registered marks and another person is claiming that this mark is similar to their mark.
And a trademark is sold.
It's not just any design that you come up with that could qualify for a trademark registration.
So if I designed the Nike logo, as a creator of the logo, do I go in for copyright or I go in for trademark? But the individual may take copyright for it. You're going to be tackling a topic, basically trademarks. And Karyn here is going to just take us through, what we need to know about trademarks in Ghana, and as businesses, what we need to understand about trademarks. Like us, Villas won a really nice shirt that's written "Just Build Something."
Yep.
Yes.
It's a kind of trademark, but we need to understand how it affects businesses, what it is essentially, and we have an expert with us. Yeah, she's written several articles on it.
Don't flatter me.
So she'll be taking us through to understand what trademarks are. So Karyn, if you can just let us know what exactly is a trademark.
Hello, friends. So, sorry to interrupt you. I know you're enjoying this conversation, and I'm so sorry about rudely interrupting you. But then it's come to our attention that about 82% of you guys who consume our content have not subscribed. Your subscription goes a long way to help us and encourage us as a team to keep bringing you what we bring you every week. So just do us a little favor. Hit the subscribe button, share, and if possible, comment. Thank you.
Okay, so a trademark is a symbol, and it's a symbol that distinguishes your business from another person's business. So basically, distinguishes your goods or services from another person's goods or services. Okay. So it could be a word, it could be a phrase like you have there. It could be a color, a mark, a design. Yeah, anything that is a symbol that identifies your business, distinguishes from another person's business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it could be like a phrase, or it could be like a logo.
It could be a phrase like MTN everywhere you go.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That phrase.
So that
is likely
phrase
trademarked.
It's a trademark. So
Yes,
are you
a
saying that
trademark.
when we say it's a trademark, is there some legal binding to it? Or
Yes.
is it like MTN owns that phrase, or
So
what do we exactly mean by trademark?
okay. So a trademark is, like I explained, is intellectual property rights
Okay.
in those symbols. But when you register it, then you get, I would say, the protection. But even without the registration, once you created that and it's unique to your business, you can still own it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Without registration.
Yeah, without registration. So any person who uses that similar or let me see, who is the same, the same mark could have repercussions under the law.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, wait. So, what makes it a trademark if I don't register it?
So if you don't register it, you still get the protection. But if someone has registered their mark and it's very similar to yours, they could claim you've infringed their mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, that's interesting. So it's more like, so you could have,
You
so for something like every MTN everywhere you go, I can't just pick it up. And
You can't just pick
use
it because someone has registered it already.
Okay, for that one, we can assume it's registered.
Yeah.
What if it's not being registered?
If it's not been registered. But so okay, we also have something we call well-known marks.
Okay.
So there are some particular trademarks that everybody in the world knows is associated with another person. Like
Right.
maybe
Just do it.
just do it. You
With
can't
Nike.
use it for your business. Yeah. Because it's out there in the whole world. Yeah. But the thing also about trademarks is you can sign us to register your mark, and many people have designs, marks that they are used, but the registration offers you that extra protection, prevents people from using the same word, the same mark, and then it gives your brand credibility, recognition, knowing that you have that mark registered with our country's intellectual property office.
Okay, so just dive a bit more into that. If I was a business
Yeah.
and I'm starting up or I've been in business for a while, why should I think of registering my trademark?
Yeah. So, like I explained, it's something that gives your brand a unique identity. So you, as a business person, you want to be able to let your customers know that this product is coming from you. So if you want that unique identifier, so when I see, let's say the person, I know it's coming only from this particular group. Or I see, what can I use? Maybe Coca-Cola, their colors, and even the, the name. I know it's coming only from Coca-Cola. Another company cannot use that same design or that same name or that same color for their business. So once you have that trademark in, it makes your customers know that this is unique to you. This is coming from you. And people buy things for brands. I may like a shoe, but if it's not Nike, I may not buy it. Or if I see, oh, it's Puma, but it looks a little different, the spin is different, you will not want to buy it. Yeah. So you want to buy something because of that brand identity. So that's what makes your business, stand out and helps you retain your customers. And any other person, maybe your competitor decides to use a similar design, trying to get your customers. Once you have that registered trademark, you can claim an infringement, you can sue them for using your mark. So many businesses use their logos, their marks, their names, and they register it as trademarks.
Yeah, I'm really interested in what you said earlier on about something being trademarked without registration. I don't know if you said that. I'm trying to be clear on that.
Okay.
Because that can be considered as a trademark, say the name, the Peswa, right?
Yeah.
It can be considered a trademark even without actual registration. We wanted to throw more light on that.
So under Ghana's Trademarks Act, registration of a trademark doesn't give you validity. So that means that you can have a trademark and it's not registered, but it's still valid. The person still has, the person is still the owner of the mark. But to get the protection under the law, not just even in Ghana, you can register a trademark and have protection even in other countries. That's why you actually want to have it registered. And registering a trademark is, country by country. So you can get protection for Ghana. Someone in another country could be using the Peswa in Nigeria, and it's not an infringement because it's under their laws, it's fine. But if you register a trademark here and you also do international registration, you can do that here in Ghana. You can also get protection for another country, like this in Nigeria.
I was actually going to ask about that. If I register something here, do I get global protection? But then you made it clear that I have to do international.
Yeah. And even with the international, it's not global. You have to indicate a particular country that you want to get protection for. So that's under the WIPO. So we have this NIST classification of goods and services. So you can indicate that, I want the protection in South Africa, Nigeria, and another country. Then you get it in these 3 countries. So most people don't register globally. Yeah, because it's each country and their process. But you do that through Ghana's Intellectual Property Office.
Okay. So like you were saying, you mentioned that phrases and then words and logos. Are these only things that can be trademarked?
No. So marks. So like the Nike, the tick.
Okay.
Yeah. Even colors.
Swoosh.
Colors can be
Tiffany blue is distinct. KFC red, that red is, you can't use the same type of red. Cadbury purple.
Wachi brown.
Yeah.
Contemporary green.
Yeah.
So
colors, designs.
Okay.
What's design is quite common. Apple logo. The logo.
Yeah.
Windows, that logo, the box thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also words too as well.
Now, does your business have to be of a certain size before you decide that you want to do a trademark? Or, if I'm just starting out, can I even do it as an individual? Or it's something that you have to be a business, you need to have gotten somewhere? Are there such things in the law that stop people from maybe being able to register?
No, any business of any size, any individual can register a trademark. Yeah, even some people can even decide to register their name. Even names can be registered as a trademark. So I create a name and I don't want anyone to use that name. I can register it. Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So if you want to register a trademark, where or how do you get it done? here in Ghana, that is.
Okay. So we have the Ghana Industrial Property Office. So that's Ghana's, let me see, Trademarks Registry. So you go there, they'll give you some application forms, and you pay an administrative fee. So it's like $240, and then
Oh,
yeah, $240. That's for one mark,
Mhm.
and then you attach a copy of the trademark that
wait,
you want to
each
register.
mark is $240.
Yes.
Wait, so if maybe I want to register the Peswa, and then maybe I don't know
A
if I want to
slogan, yeah.
a slogan and a logo together, or they have to be treated separately.
So it depends on how you do it. If you want to get the protection for, let's say, the two, you want it to be the Peswa together with the slogan, I think they may do it together. But if you want it separate, the Peswa and then also the slogan, you may do it as separate marks.
The
But
Peswa.
they will
Why
tell
is
you how
this
to do
like-
it. Yeah.
Bobrapa. That's how slogan.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between trademarks and copyrights?
Yes, they are different.
Okay,
So
how?
they are all intellectual property rights,
Mhm.
but then trademarks is basically like the mark, the symbol that distinguishes your business from another person's, while copyright is a protection that you get for being an author of a work. So a literary work, a novel, a book, music work, art work. So you being the originator or the creator of that work, then you get the protection. That's the copyright protection.
Okay, hold. I want to go in a bit on this.
Okay.
So if I designed the Nike logo,
Yeah.
as a creator of the logo, do I go in for copyright, or I go in for trademark, or the business the one who registers it as a trademark, but the individual may take copyright over it? Or
Mm.
I don't know if I'm asking the right question.
Okay, so copyright is, so there are particular types of work that can be copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
So like literary work, so that's more of, I would say more of the content.
Okay.
So more of like the actual substance, a book, something in writing that you have originally created. But for trademarks, it's more of the symbol. Do you
Okay.
see? And in terms of who register it, is the owner. So if you designed it, you can register your trademark as the owner.
Okay.
But copyright, that's the author. So that's, let me see, the one who wrote it, yeah, or the one who produced that song.
Okay.
But sometimes it depends on the agreements you have between yourself, between the business owner and the author or the creator of the work.
Okay.
So, like during the registration, how long does it typically take?
It could take a while. It depends on how ready your documents are, if you have everything in order.
Documents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as in the application form, the marks that you attach, if everything's in order, you need to indicate the dimensions of the mark, the font, the size, everything. And then it's go through a number of review processes by the lawyers at the trademarks office. So I can't really give a time for it. It really depends.
And like, do they give? They verify. I'm sure they probably verify if
Yes.
what you're trying to trademark has already been trademarked.
Yes, so they'll do a search. Can do a search to check if someone has registered that mark already. If not, they will likely process it. But there are certain things that they look at to determine if your mark should be registered. If it's similar to another person's registered mark already, if it breaches any public morality, if it's confusing, if it breaches any law. Those are the things that they look at to determine if they should approve your mark or not.
Okay.
Is it something that I can do on my own, or do I actually need a lawyer to do it?
It would be good to get a lawyer to assist you with the nuances. Yes.
Okay.
But you can decide to apply on your own, but it would be good to have that special legal advice on, even because sometimes you may be asked to change certain things about your mark to comply with the law. So yeah, you should get a lawyer.
Okay. Is it something that's actually enforced here in Ghana? Because maybe abroad, you could say that it's something that they are really strong on in terms of trademarks. I don't know. Have you come across any cases here in Ghana where maybe there's like somebody fighting for their logo or their trademark or something?
Very much, very much. In my work, I've seen several instances where people have registered marks and another person is claiming that this mark is similar to their mark. It could be even how it sounds, or it could be some words in the mark or the color. I've seen instances. So it's actually something that's done And it also happens in situations where people register marks outside the country, let's say Germany, and they want to get protection here in Ghana. So they come and register here to Ghana and find out that a Ghanaian company has done something similar to, to what's they are registering. So it happens.
It happens.
Oh, okay.
And if something like that happens, how do I dispute it, or are there processes involved in getting the trademark thrown out? Or
Yes. So you can file an opposition application. It's go through, like, let me say, a court tribunal, and you have to prove your mark, prove how your mark is you registered it first. The other person has to prove that their mark is different. It's a whole process.
That's very interesting.
so does, like, I think you mentioned this earlier in terms of the fact that I think you're answering this. You're saying that an individual can register a trademark. So it doesn't have to be a legal entity. I'm asking because maybe I have my shop that's by the roadside.
Yeah.
And I want to register a trademark for that shop. It's allowed. Just want to
Okay.
clarify.
So the trademarks office, they work together with the Registrar General's department. That's for companies. So you will need to have a legal entity. So you could register a sole proprietorship with the Registrar General's department, because they also require some company registration documents from you before they could give you that protection. So if you're a small business owner, you at least should have some registered entity at the Registrar General's department before you could apply.
I'm still on the question I asked you earlier on about the validity of some an article someone has put out qualifying as a trademark. And so my question now, as a business owner, why would I bother spending $240, right, on each article to get protection if it will be valid as a trademark so far as it's popular enough? You know, everybody knows that this is associated with me, and I can have some claim of whatever it is out there, whether it's my company name or my slogan. You know, why should I bother paying an extra $240 for each article to get that done? Do you understand me?
Yeah. Okay, so I'll give you a scenario. So for instance, you're the business owner.
Yes.
Had this mark, you've been using it for, let's say, 15 years. Your customers know that, oh, this is you. Then all of a sudden someone comes and then they have something very similar, and now your customers start going to them and buying things from them thinking it is you. You're losing your customers. Let's say they do something illegal. Now they're actually linking your business to that person's business. Your customers are confused. Your brand is losing its goodwill, its reputation is being affected. People are being confused. So to prevent that public confusion, that goodwill being lost, reputational damage, you would want to register your trademark to give you that protection. And also to, sometimes if you're looking for investors, they can ask you if you registered your trademark. So it helps you get recognition locally and also internationally, having that extra registration, that extra protection, knowing that their investment is going to be, let me say, retained. It won't be affected by someone else's business. So it gives you that unique protection, that unique identity. And the protection is for 10 years. So for that 10-year period, nobody can do anything that is similar to yours. Nobody can do anything that confuses the public with their mark as to yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And so if you're saying this for 10 years, that means after you'd have to renew.
You have to renew it, yes.
Okay. I think we're going through the process of registration. You said after paying $240.
I think the money part has to carry back.
Bill is small money for Bill.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
So after maybe, so where is this done? Sorry. It's done at the
Ghana Industrial.
Registrar General's department, but they have a unit called Ghana Industrial Property Office. So that's where it's done. And then you submit the application form, about 4 copies of your trademark. You pay the fee, and then it's reviewed. They will likely do a search and then check if the other marks, check if your trademark meets the criteria in the law for registration. And then you could have it registered.
Nice.
Okay. So I want to know, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it feels like people in Ghana ignore registration of trademarks. Why do you think?
I think people don't know much about it, first of all. I mean, intellectual property has been there for years, but lots of people don't know much about it in Ghana. And even those who know, I think we are not as proactive enough to take that step or take that investment. But if you think about it, that money that you're going to pay to register it may be far less than the money that you lose if your business suffers some
reputation or
infringements,
damage,
yeah. Or if you are sued because someone out there has registered their mark and you have the same thing or you have something very similar, and now you have to go to court and then pay so much.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So generally, what would you advise people concerning this whole trademark thing? Would you advise that anybody who is starting their business, as soon as they're starting, they should quickly register their trademark? And I mean, of late, we have a lot of people on social media. There are certain people that maybe have certain things that are unique to them. Would you say that they should quickly register their trademarks? Aside the protection that it gives you, it's also forms some, from what you're saying, also forms some form of your brand identity,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So generally, I'm thinking that the advice would be to go ahead and then make the registration.
Yeah. So if you're a business owner, you have to make sure that your trademark is really unique. That's the thing. It's not just any design that you come up with that could be that could qualify for a trademark registration. It has to be unique to you. It has to be like there's nothing similar in the market out there. And it shouldn't be something that confuses people as to another mark. So if your mark meets that criteria, then you should register it and get the protection. And then also, it also prevents people from being able to infringe on your mark because you have that protection. And if someone raises a mark that is similar to yours, you could actually enforce legal action. So yes, as soon as, even before you start your business, if you're thinking about it, you've come up with some trademark, some design, you can start the application process.
Okay.
Now, can a trademark be sold?
You can license it to someone.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you can license. So lots of companies, even franchises, they license their trademark for another company to use for a period of time. So we have these trademark license agreements that people enter into to license their trademark to another company or their subcontractor for a period of time.
Oh, that's
That's
actually
nice.
very interesting.
And people actually make money because if I'm giving you my identity, my goodwill to another company, the person has to pay for that. So it's actually an asset.
Okay.
It's a property asset.
So it can become that
Yeah.
for a company.
Yeah.
So wait, so what you're saying is that something like, let's say, Chicken Man,
Yeah.
when they are basically doing a franchise, it's sort of like licensing their trademark to somebody.
It's not all the time, but sometimes in franchises they license their trademark too.
As well.
Yeah, they do.
That's quite interesting.
That brings me to the question. So, for example, a food outlet, right, that has a franchise, the recipe, what is it patented, copyrighted, or it's trademarked?
So a recipe is likely to be patented. I'll
Okay.
say that because patent is also another type of intellectual property right that deals with a new invention. So something that is new. There's nothing like it altogether. It's an invention. It's out of your creative thought process. It could be a method. It could be a recipe. It could be a detailed design. So if you have such a recipe, you could have that patented.
Okay, I should patent my jollof recipe.
Yeah.
But how long have you been working with businesses in this regard? How long now?
So about 3 years now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So most of my clients are business companies, businessmen. So I have a lot of experience there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's been a lovely discussion for me.
Yeah.
I think we've touched base on trademarks. It's been a very simple, short discussion. I think that I've learned that Bill should quickly patent his jollof rice. But I think it's a really unique thing, and it can become an asset to a business as well. So business owners, if you have something that's really unique to you, my advice is that you should get it trademarked, because you don't know how it could benefit you in the future. All right. So thank you, Karyn, and thank you, Bill.
Anytime.
I think it's been
Welcome.
wonderful. All right.
Thanks.